It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports. And we're going to look here at Derrick Henry. He's one of the highest scoring backs in the league, ranking 5th in rushing touchdowns. It's the Titans and the Buccaneers. All that and more coming up next.
We are just a few miles from the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Today we hit double digits, week 10, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Tennessee Titans taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Buccaneer ball club. And they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess. They could... The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So here are the Buccaneers ready to go on offense with a new man at the helm here for 2023 in his 6th season now in the NFL, Baker Mayfield.
I think his task in this game is really simple. Eliminate the turnovers. He threw 2 interceptions last week. I can't believe I led with that because he had 3 touchdown passes.
Right.
So there's a lot of good that he did, but he's got to take care of the ball better. The ball has to go to guys wearing the jerseys that they're wearing this week, not the opposition.
A running play on first down will get 4 up to the 29. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 15 carries, 52 yards.
They've won 2 straight games, and they've done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners.
And here, Charles, is a look at the inactive, some of the guys that are out today due to injury.
Yeah, and this is where the preseason work comes into play for some of those backups. It's not just them getting some experience on the field, but preparing each week in practice as if they were going to play. And when you have guys like that on your team, you've got a chance for success when the injury bug hits.
And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. Mayfield off the play fake. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Up the middle they go. Tucker. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. On 3rd down, Mayfield. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defenders' minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
This is taken around the 12. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Titan football. Now the Titans ready to take over on offense for the first time. And it is the now 35-year-old Ryan Tannehill who leads them out in his 12th NFL campaign.
Those who expected Ryan Tannehill to go quietly into the night after the Titans drafted Will Levis, well, they clearly don't know this man well at all. He's a fighter and former comeback player of the year and expects to have his best season yet as a pro in this campaign.
And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. He was creeping up toward 200 yards, thought he was going to get there, didn't quite make it, but also 2 rushing touchdowns.
And even if he only got about half those numbers this week, his team would take it in a heartbeat, wouldn't they? Because last week, he was spectacular.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Tannehill. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth.
The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. A good kick, 49 yards, just 3 on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive.
The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. And that one's going to come up a little short. It's incomplete. De'Ami Brown, the intended receiver.
And now it's 2nd down.
You talk about this Titan defense.
They were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. This is a diving effort by Evans. What a catch.
The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Tucker.
And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. A gain of just 1. From the 48-yard line, here's the 2nd and 9.
They'll keep it on the ground. Tucker. And he will finally be taken down at the Titans' 22.
Now hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
1st down, Mayfield.
Quick throw, finding Mike Evans.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 15-yard line.
To throw, Mayfield. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
3rd and short yardage, Mayfield.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Bucs are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's a sharp throw right there on 3rd down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
Here we go now on 1st and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Bucs are on the board first here this afternoon. Just power football there, down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible, but all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
The Titans coming back onto the field for their 2nd drive.
And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in 1st place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that 1st round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Here's Tannehill. The hook up on the right side. And he will have the Titans first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
The Titans at 5-3 now on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw is Tannehill. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still to 39 on 2nd and 10. Now Tannehill. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
I like the call. It looked like the right time to dial up the running back screen. But this one got disrupted right from the start and ends up falling incomplete.
Throwing again is Tannehill. And that will be incomplete as well.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Bucs to take over on offense. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak, on top so far with the football here, 1st and 10. Now Mayfield. This is caught by Evans. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On 1st down, it's Tucker.
That's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 57 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. Tucker, and he's going to be stopped at about the 37. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Tucker. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
You talk about this Titan defense.
Currently number 1 in the NFL against the run.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
And CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game in their victory a week ago. But what's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of man coverage and burns you. But if you bring out those extra DBs, he sits back there and does what he wants. To me, it's going to be those DBs. When they catch the ball, big-time tackles really put it on those receivers.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Up the middle they go. Tucker. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
The tackle there by Ben Neiman.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Tucker. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
A great job there by this defense. They give up the long drive, but in the end, it looks like they'll force a field goal attempt.
Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about one-score lead, two-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Titans now just about ready to take over. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Back to throw, Tannehill. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing on third down, Tannehill. And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far, offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. On second down now, it's Tucker, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And this offense on third down today, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. Here it's 3rd and 3. That is caught, and he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Here's Mayfield. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a box first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. That's caught by Tucker. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. Throwing, Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. On first down, Tannehill. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Henry.
Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it's second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 21-yard line.
They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. And his throw here is incomplete.
Help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try to figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
Fielded at about the 28. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back. And that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Up the middle they go. Tucker. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 92 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Now hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 5.
Mayfield looks to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line.
Here's 3rd and 6.
It's now 3rd down and 6.
Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He finds Hopkins complete. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on the punt.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. That's taken on the 25. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again.
No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
Well, how about that? The defense's first sack. It doesn't come from one of the usual suspects up front. It comes from the secondary.
Yeah, I think they caught the quarterback off guard a little bit because he wasn't able to account for the possibility of that blitz and change the blocking assignment. He comes through and puts him on the ground.
second down. It's Tucker. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On third down, Tucker across the 30 to the 31-yard line. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line.
The Titans going to go back on offense here late in this first half. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
2nd and 7.
Tannehill now to throw.
Right back to Henry, and Henry's got it again.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 3rd and 2, Tannehill. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have herded him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here. A first down throw for Mayfield.
And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now.
To throw, Mayfield.
Throw left side, pulled in by Tucker.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
He scored their touchdown earlier, and this had a chance to be another. This secondary scrambled for answers, looking at each other, trying to figure out who is going to put the clamps on this guy, because right now, he's absolutely shredding them.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And this one is right through, and that will extend their lead even further.
So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
So we've hit halftime here in Tampa with the Bucs out in front. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Derrick Henry trots back out there and gets ready to go. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play caller.
We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
Tannehill's throw pulled in by Hopkins. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 4.
Tannehill. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Tannehill throwing again. And this is incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
On second down, here's Henry. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Tannehill.
This will go to Henry out wide.
So they'll get nothing out of that play. And it'll be fourth down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he missed it. It's no good. And the deficit will hold pat at 13. Thought that might be the goose egg breaker. Still stuck on 0.
Yeah, this is still a tight game, too. We got to keep that in mind because that miss there, you hang your head, you let it affect you the next time you go out there, then you really hurt your ball club. Get yourself together. You might get another opportunity, and they're going to count on you to put it through the posts.
Two sides to every coin. This is the bad side of missing the 58-yarder. Now they start at the 48. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. 3rd and 9 here.
Mayfield to throw it. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A gain of 22.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Tucker. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. They'll keep it on the ground. Tucker. He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the Titans' 14-yard line.
Up the middle they go. It's Tucker. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
119 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation, because second down, that gives me an option of running play action, maybe throwing it.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. This Titan defense, they just will not give in easily. Looking for another stop, 3rd and goal. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Todd Bowles leaving his offense on the field. They're going to go for 2 here.
Mayfield going to try to throw for the 2. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
That's true. You've said that before. The Bucs ready for the kickoff, and here we go. It's in the air.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Tannehill.
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn.
Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
I think we've seen this before. If someone's down 3 scores, that situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll run on 1st down. Tucker. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
The 2nd and 10 now as we roll along in the 3rd quarter from Tampa.
At the 41-yard line.
They run the counter. It's Tucker.
And he'll get about 3 here up to the 44-yard line.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Out route, and it's complete to Brown.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa as we've got the final quarter upon us. We get ready to start the fourth. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll make it second down.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6 at the 26-yard line.
Here's Tannehill.
He'll complete this one. Do a cock roll.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Tennessee.
To throw is Tannehill.
And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
They'll try again from the 36 on second and 10. Throwing again is Tannehill. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
And the catch made by Hopkins.
And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
It's a gain of 10. And the Titans first down.
Here's Tannehill.
And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Back to throw, Tannehill.
And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. To the air again, Tannehill. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Now on fourth down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. On first down, Tucker
knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Throwing, Mayfield.
He's got his target. That's complete.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Russell Gage, his third touchdown now on the year.
And the Bucs look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. Say, all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 21. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
He's got a man, complete. A big play that time for the Titans. 43 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now it's Tannehill. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Again, Tannehill. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They snap it to Tannehill. And this is caught. He hits more. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Running from the gun with Henry. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Vita Vea stopped that play in its tracks.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Open man, that's Henry.
And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. 1st and 10 in the red zone.
And the Titans 1st down.
A 1st down carry for Henry. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Tannehill now to throw. Got an open man to the right. That's Wesco.
And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 3rd and 3.
Now Tannehill. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers. So a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. So they finally get their first trip to the red zone, and it ends with nothing.
And that's what I'm going to focus on with you, because you teed it up really well. Finally get to the red zone. So there's got to be a little bit of frustration because they haven't moved the ball as well as they wanted to all game. Now they get there, but we got to go for it because we don't know if we can get back here again. We don't know how many opportunities because they've been sputtering a little bit.
Absolutely. At this stage in the second half, to get there and not get it for the first time, tough.
At the 6-yard line.
On 2nd down now, it's Tucker. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Tucker. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
2nd and 9.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 20-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Tucker, and he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
No, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.